Hey, Max here, and I got a hot topic to talk to you Star Wars and movie fans about. And it's about Star Wars. It's about Solo, a Star Wars story, and the reviews that are going to be coming out, in the marketing campaign that is underway, and how it's tricking the general public. And this is a warning to all movie consumers. A warning to what Disney's actually doing. And don't fall for marketing magic of Disney and drink the Disney Kool-Aid. But let's get to the disclaimer first. Warning! This video contains rumors, speculation, strong opinions, and a Mad Max. And I'm mad because they're doing this again. They tricked me with The Last Jedi. They're not going to trick me again. I'm not falling for marketing. And I don't think you should either. So this is about review and marketing controversy. Kathy and McDisney marketing magic have been real busy, and this is a consumer warning to the public. It's a trap! Get ready for all the hype with the reviews, the Cannes Film Festival coming up, social media reactions, movie reviews, embargoes, and the Disney magical hype circus that we're already getting into and experience more and more over the next 2 weeks. They purposely withheld marketing so they can bombard us in the 2 weeks leading up to the release of Solo. The tracking reported by Deadline saying 170 million is not necessarily accurate. According to, get this, Deadline. Deadline had another article from August 24th, 2014 titled Movie Tracking in the Toilet, Fix or Flush. So, take that as it is. Tracking could be on point. It could be a mess too. And it can be used for marketing magic. And I wouldn't put it past Disney to do that. Accompanied with the timing, tracking's released, Ron Howard on Good Morning America, and then the fastest selling ticket pre-order of all time. Of course it is. You know why? Well, the timing of everything is suspect and really shows where marketing money actually goes to. The source of the tracking Deadline openly admits that Deadline admits that there are flaws in tracking with the previous article. So don't forget that. But now let's get back to this fastest tickets pre-sales on Fandango that everybody's been running with today and put it into perspective. Pre-orders were not available on Fandango until 20 days before the movie. They withheld pre-orders until now purposefully, so it would make the news, so they can do marketing spin. When you can order them 20 days, it's only 20 days ahead. It's gonna break records because that's unheard of for a McDisney movie in 2018. To only open pre-orders 20 days before the movie debuts. Black Panther pre-orders went up on January 8th, 2018, with a debut in theaters on February 15th, 2018. And then Infinity War, March 16th, for an April 27th release date. So they're cutting the time in half. Of course it's going to sell better, and it's going to put spin on it. So they didn't release it till May the 4th. Now maybe they're going to say it's for May the 4th be with you. But still, put it in the perspective. You have less time, you're going to sell more. Especially closer to the release date. You're going to make faster sales, especially with the holiday coming up, the holiday weekend. That is when you need to buy pre-order tickets, when it's a holiday weekend. And now let's talk about social media influencers, because they are in full effect. And guess what? I found their Disney paycheck. But they're such a cheap date, they can be bought by a Denny's Blaster Burger, Co-Reactor Pancakes, a Lightspeed Slam, trading cards, and collector cups. And they 1,000% can be bought. And you know what? You don't need actual money to buy social media leeches that latch on to big corporations for first access. Denny's counsel anyone? Did you see that? Social media influencers not just in the movie review community, can be a revolving door of a bunch of failed actors. I'm not saying this is everyone, but they can be. A bunch of failed actors, models, comedians, Instagram selfie egomaniacs, and fanboys waiting for their chance to get into Disney or Lucasfilm. So when they say, "Where is my Disney paycheck?" in sarcasm, if Disney offered, would you put it past any Collider, Campia, or Stockman to jump ship for Disney? They would all take it. No, Disney, I'm going to do my little YouTube video vlog and keep it real. Yeah, right. And sarcastic humor usually has hints of truth, especially when you put someone on the spot and you ask them this. You might ask, why am I being so hard on them? And I will tell you, there's nothing wrong with doing this. It's happened for years. But when you get on a high horse and say it's impossible, and saying buying reviews is impossible, and then attack the validity of audience scores and run with that, that's where I have a problem. And that's why I started doing Hot Topics on this channel. Because there is a margin of error in audience scores. But I think there is the same margin of error, maybe even more, in the review community. Especially with social media influencers. In print media and websites that their livelihood is dependent on staying kosher with ads, and who spends more marketing money on ads than any movie company out there, especially if you have a website covering Star Wars or entertainment news, it's Disney. What if Disney pulled their ads from your site? There you go, dork side. I found your Disney paycheck too. And it makes me furious when people in the community say, "Where is my Disney paycheck?" It is the most disgusting and disingenuous thing in entertainment news. And I personally cannot take it anymore. And I think they finally got caught with their pants down for The Last Jedi. You see, they overhyped good movies to seem great. They showed so hard for The Last Jedi, and they underestimated how much the fans would hate it. And that's why the backlash was so big, because they made it out to be great when it's nowhere near great. Even if you like The Last Jedi, I don't think you could say it's a great Star Wars movie. And then they have the nerve to make a video about tracking for Solo 170 million and how the backlash is a lie, and there is a small group. Right when they make their Denny Council special episode the next day. I see the Disney marketing dollars are finally kicking in. You want to know how bad the situation with reviews are? And this is in print, in social media, everywhere. Reviews have gone down the drain. Just look at the battle between YouTubers and print media, like Forbes and Variety posting spoilers in their reviews for Infinity War. And Campia on his high horse telling everyone they should post when they should post their spoiler reviews. Maybe Variety and Forbes did that because they were desperate. Because print reviews can only post one review. Not like the 10 videos of yours, Campia. Social media reactions, at the premiere, on the red carpet, review, spoiler review. You see, you're the problem too, Campia. They are trying to compete with you and all the other YouTubers spilling the beans with the spoiler reviews on YouTube videos. And they can't post their review twice. And this is where you see the true colors of the review situation and why it's only getting worse and uglier. As most movie companies flock to streaming or wave their white flag and sell to Disney like Fox. It is the McDisney era, and they are scooping up all the properties and studios, and will vault everything they don't use, and never let their greedy mouse hands off anything. They never let anything go. There is so much to look into here, so much conflicts of interest, favors, manipulation, that I might do another hot topic or a part 2 if you want to see it. And I may even discuss if there's any possible legal options fans could take against this kind of manipulation of the public. Because the biggest trend movie companies are doing now in the social media reaction before the embargo is to have those social media reactions. Oh, we have to make sure it's okay for release. So they have complete control over public reaction to mold it the way they want. And they manipulate the public along with Rotten Tomatoes. And basically, who can chill the hardest to end up as a quote on the back of the Blu-ray. That's what the social media is, reactions. It's a contest to who can chill the hardest. Or in the case of Collider, to be on the back of the Blu-ray. Or in the case of Collider and Campia, on the Blu-ray. So that's what I have to say about this. This really got me started. I hear all the news coming out, and I personally saw this coming. They're going to go hard. They withheld all those marketing dollars. Remember when we were waiting for a trailer for Solo for so long? They withheld it because they're bombarding us now to get money fast before people realize. I honestly think they're tricking the public. They're swaying the public. And this is something more than movie companies do. Toy companies. One of my favorite companies out there is Nintendo. But they do this kind of stuff too. Supply and demand. They're making going a hype train with the tickets to try to get a fervor going. Oh, it's selling out. Oh, the tracking. To try to get people to see it fast before they realize what they're getting. And it's not Solo, it's Nolo. So now I'll get on to the viewer comment. Robert S. It's already eclipsed Black Panther and early ticket sales. It's not happening. You know what? That's because it's half the time up as Black Panther, and it's close to a holiday. Don't drink the Disney Kool-Aid. As much as people like to say, me personally, maybe I'm wearing a tinfoil hat with all my conspiracy theories, I say don't drink the Disney Kool-Aid or the critic Kool-Aid. So that's my thoughts on it. I'd love to hear yours. I can't wait to read your comments on this one. And if you want to see that part 2, I'm not saying it's definitely possible, but it should be discussed maybe. It would make an interesting hot topic. And this is where I want to remind you, you don't have to follow me anywhere. Following is creepy. Patreon stinks. I don't have t-shirts. And Movie Talk Cam Girls. I don't work for tips. I work for comments, and I'd love to respond. So if you want to talk movies, you're not a fan here, you're a peer, you're a follow movie fan, not a fan of mine, let's talk it out. Let's keep it real, and I'll see you on the next hot topic.